Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial I'm going to do some fashion illustration. So there are lots of different styles of fashion illustration, so I was thinking maybe of doing like a series and then I can show you a couple of different techniques, different skills. But for today I'm going to show you a fairly easy, simple fashion illustration. I'm going to use pencil, pen and then probably some pro markers. I've got a picture of Gigi Hadid here. So this is Fendi fashion show summer spring 2020 as far as I'm aware. So I picked this image because I really like the silhouette. I like the trousers, I like the shadows in the trousers. It's got different fabrics and it's quite figure hugging at the top. So the paper I'm going to use is Strathmore Bristol paper. It's a smooth surface. I really like this one when I'm using pencil a bit more. And what I'm going to do is start by marking out the face, where I want the face to be, where I want the torso to be, the waist and the legs and their feet. So the way I'm going to do that is to just do dots, because basically that's going to be a lot easier to rub out if you get in the wrong place. So having the image next to it, as I say, is very helpful. So actually I can probably pop it on the side of the page here so that I can make sure I get it the right height, because I want everything to be in proportion. So I've got the bun up there, the face kind of ends around here, then we've got the torso here and the waist around here. At this point I'm just doing lines because that will show a bit of the width as well. Then the trousers kind of start around here, maybe the crotches around here, the knees are probably around here, the ankles around here, and then the feet end around here. Okay, so now I've got my line, I can start to build up these shapes. So her face is it's quite rectangular actually, and just use really light strokes here because this is the point where we can kind of sketch roughly so that we can rub out if we make any mistakes. So again, I want to keep with the proportions that I've drawn. Top of her head there. So I've got this Mono Zero eraser that is just a really small eraser in here, which I find really helpful when doing smaller illustrations. Okay, and then I'm going to make her neck smaller than her actual neck on the image, slightly. And I don't really need to concentrate on her outfit yet, I'm just concentrating on the proportions. So I'll just start to draw her shoulders. Obviously each side you want to make sure each side is symmetrical in terms of distance, unless they're kind of walking where one shoulder is in front of the other. And then this is where I want to sort of bring her in a bit more. Now I've done the torso. So then I've drawn her way, this is where the trousers are coming up here. So actually I've done the waist a little bit too high, so I'm just going to rub that out, which is why it's great that I've got these lines here, because they can tell me where I'm going wrong basically. So it's actually going to go down to there and then only start to go out here. Draw the legs too thin because there's no point. And kind of they go down, that's where the knee is on one of them. And then her foot comes out that side. And this one actually is kind of just behind it. This one kind of is going out to the side. If you really struggle drawing hands, honestly, just draw a vague silhouette. You know, you don't need details when it comes to hands. Just don't make them hugely big like what I've just done. You know, if you really struggle with hands, you can actually just put them behind the body, like as if they're walking, you know. So if you find that easier, that's definitely what you should do. So actually, we've pretty much got the silhouette sorted now. So that's my image for Gigi, the rough outline. I'm now going to start to add details, so what she's wearing. So let's start with this. She's got this sash across of her, so I'm going to draw that there, and that's kind of going to go slightly over. So I'll start to rub out any points that would have been underneath it. So make sure if you're drawing over the arm that it's slightly outside of the arm that you've drawn. I actually quite like this outfit. Not sure I'd wear it myself, but she's doing a good job of rocking it. And you can add things like seam details and shadows and stuff later on if you particularly want to. What I'm going to do is just draw the trousers from here, and I could just change up. So that's where her midriff is coming out. This is where her trousers start. So I'm just going to actually start them from that point. So we really want to emphasise her hip on this side because she's actually, this leg is forward, so her hip's going to be more pronounced on that side. And with fashion illustration, you just kind of emphasise everything, which comes out of the trouser a bit. Just draw that, and then another kind of ribbon that seems to be coming in here. And then we want to elongate the ankle a bit, and then I'm going to make the ankle quite narrow, and then elongate the foot. Luckily, her heel is pointing forward, so actually it's not going to be too hard today to draw the feet, but I can do another series on drawing feet. Right, so that is sketch got with her clothes on. And what we can do is focus a little bit on the face now. So in this image, Gigi has, you know, quite a stern face. She's got quite prominent eyebrows, quite small eyes. So her face is quite symmetrical actually. She's got full lips. If you find the face hard to draw, you literally can kind of draw a face, do a rough face here, and then just kind of do, you know, like one of those. I see a lot of people do that, and they could do the nose and sort of a little bit of the mouth there. Or you can kind of do just like a rough kind of hooded eye, and then put like a hat over or something like that. So you kind of don't, if you really struggle, you don't need to worry too much about filling in the details. I'm going to put in a few details. So I need to kind of change the shape of her face, because now we put in the body, you can just tell where bits that just don't look right. Start to go in around here, and just kind of keep checking this image, because we're not really looking at the proportions of this image anymore, because we've made her slightly slimmer. And then her hair obviously is going to be quite easy because it's just a bun. Right, so I'm going to start by drawing her. Well, this is where her nose is going to be, and her nose is pretty symmetric. So her nose is pretty much just under the ear there, and then I'm going to just draw a really faint line for her lip. Her eyebrows, now they're really sort of the main thing in this picture really. So and then her eyes, she's got quite full pupils, and then little shadow underneath the eye. Now to me that really doesn't look anything like Gigi. I would never be able to tell that's Gigi by looking at it. Now I use a couple of different colours when doing the skin colour. So the main one I use is this Pro Marker by Winsor & Newton. It is in shade Blush. I always use this for skin colour. And I also have this one which is Stabilo, art number 275. And this is a bit more pinky. So I'm going to start by using this side of the Pro Marker, which is the thicker side. This looks like that, and the other side is quite thin like that. And you're just going to want to do 1 or 2 swipes, because if you put in too much, it will sort of pick up too much colour. And now I don't always try and pick up all the colour. Sometimes I just try and pick up sections, of the image. I like to have a bit of white showing. I just feel like it looks nicer. So I'm just adding a bit of the Pro Marker to all the bits where her skin would be. Now I can put a bit of this colour into places like her cheeks. And don't worry if it looks dark, it will sort of fade in as time goes on. Maybe a little bit on her lips. And then I want to add the thinner version of the Pro Marker just to create a shadow. So next I've got this Pro Marker, which is colour Pastel Yellow, and I'm going to use this one for the top section. Again, just going to pick up the points where I think look nice. Go over the folds like I did in the last one. And then I've got a colour here called Ivory, which I'm going to use on the trousers. It's just a bit of a more faded out colour. So I've got this brown, which is called Terracotta. Quite a strong colour, but I didn't have any other colours, so that will have to do. Her sash up here is actually quite close to that ivory colour, so I'm going to use the ivory yellow again. Okay, so I've got this Pro Marker Sandstone. I'm going to use this to create some shadows in the trousers. Cut bits where the shadows lie. So basically just cover everything where the pencil was, so that you can't see too much of it. And I'll put links to everything that I'm using today, so that you can buy yourself if you wish. These Pro Markers are great when doing fashion illustration. They're just so easy to use, and there's so many different colours. Right, so I'm done with highlighting the trousers. Again, I could probably use this to highlight bits of the skin if I want to. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do, which is probably the most fun part for me, is to use pen, just to basically put in all the definition. So I am going to start with the face. I'm just going to pick up little bits that I feel need definition. So that's the face done. Then we'll a little bit of shadow under here, just because this bit's really annoying me. It kind of just makes it a bit more 3D, if there's any bits that you want shadow adding to. I am just going to show you the close-ups so that you can sort of see, because I don't know how much you can see on camera. Right, so these are close-ups just because I wasn't sure if you could see on the recorder. These are just some close-ups. Thank you for watching this tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's something you would like to watch a bit more, then let me know, because I'd love to do a series on fashion illustration. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!